Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken in these chambers that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Saving the environment could save you a little money in the process, according to one Edina City Commission that is working with local utility companies to reduce energy consumption. The city's Energy and Environment Commission has been working with Xcel Energy and Centerpoint Energy to spread the word about various energy-saving programs. They say programs such as appliance rebates, Savers Switch, WindSource, and the Home Energy Squad can help consumers reduce the amount of energy they use every day. A visit by a Home Energy Squad energy expert is free, but customers will be charged a fee for any installations. Some of the products available from the Home Energy Squad include programmable thermostats, weather stripping, water heater insulation, low-flow shower heads, and compact fluorescent light bulbs.
It will help customers take that first step toward energy efficiency. It's a turnkey operation. The experts will go right into your home and install those measures that will help you start saving energy from day one on both your heating costs in the winter and your cooling costs in the summer.
More information on energy savings programs can be found online at www.edinagogreen.org. Emergency responders save lives every day while on duty, but one Edina firefighter paramedic was recently honored for his life-saving actions while off the clock. Brian Hanrahan, a 10-year veteran of the Edina Fire Department, received the Liberty Mutual Fire Mark Award at an Edina City Council meeting in July. The award was presented to Hanrahan for his efforts to save the life of his elderly neighbor, who had suffered a heart attack in April. The national award is given to firefighters who best represent their communities through courage and a selfless spirit.
You know, seeing the reaction at the City Council meeting when we presented the award to Brian, and the standing ovation, it was probably 100 to 200 people there. It was really moving. It felt great. You know, you feel proud. You know, I wanted to say to Brian, hey, I wish you were my neighbor.
Hanrahan was at his Edina home when his emergency pager indicated that an 84-year-old man had fallen just a few blocks away.
I looked up the street and I saw somebody lying in their driveway, and I just said to my wife, hey, I'm just going to go check this out if you want to continue to load the kids. And so I ran through the yards, and as I was running up the street, the son looked up at me and said he's not breathing, and I also heard that over my radio pager that he wasn't breathing. So when I looked at him, just from his color, I could tell that his heart had stopped and he wasn't breathing. He started to turn pale and purple.
He performed CPR on the unconscious man until an ambulance arrived. The man was treated with a defibrillator, restoring his heart rhythm, and according to officials, was conscious and speaking within 25 minutes.
You know, the recognition for that, as long as the family's okay with it, just doing what I'm trained to do and happen to be in the neighborhood, you know.
Edina Fire Chief Marty Shear says this is not the first time that Hanrahan has saved a life while off duty, indicating that the firefighter paramedic often carries his pager with him at all times. Edina's Braemar Golf Course has a Gaelic catchphrase meaning 100,000 welcomes. This month, the course will say 100,000 goodbyes to its longtime manager. On August 14th, longtime Braemar Golf Course manager John Valerie will retire after more than 40 years of service with the city. Valerie began his career with the city in June 1968 as the course's business manager, just 4 years after the course opened. He was named general manager of the course in 1976.
Well, it's exciting. It probably won't be a large change for me other than not having my car come here to Braemar each day. I will continue to work in the golf industry as a consultant, and also for working for the Minnesota Golf Association and the United States Golf Association as a committeeman, helping them run championships and things of that nature.
Valerie helped form the Braemar men's and women's clubs, multiple leagues and teaching programs, and a renowned program for golfers with disabilities during his long career. He also oversaw a number of state tournaments at the course, including the Minnesota Public Golf Association's Public Links and Senior Championships, the Minnesota Women's Golf Association Mixed Couples Event, the MGA Boys Championship, and more.
We're going to miss him. He's He's been a staple around here for 40 years. I hope whoever takes his place gets along with people as well as John does.
Officials in the Park and Recreation Department say they plan to fill Valerie's position internally. Another type of golf course in Edina recently held a national championship. The event helped bring together from across the country people who share a passion for a small round disc. Edina 16's Scott Denfeld has the story.
Recently in Edina, there was a group of people
We're the Wolves. We howl before every event.
who have found a great way to keep playing the sport they loved as children.
In the beginning, the people who were playing were mostly the typical young males. But then as they aged, a lot of us were reluctant to give it up.
And to keep in touch with old friends.
It's called the 2010 U.S. Overall Flying Disc Championships.
Paul Thompson has been integral in planning this year's event, which has a long history,
Well, this is the 28th year.
with Paul there from the very beginning.
I'm the only one who's been to all 28 of them.
Followed by Jeff.
Dan Roddick also has a very long history with flying discs,
I have. I mean, I started when I was 5.
and he's seen a lot change over the years.
We only had 3 people in it the first year, and it's actually grown over the years, and now has kind of developed into an intergenerational event where when you look out here and see the competitors, it's really an all-family event.
But according to Brad Wendt, what hasn't changed is the value of competition among friends.
We are here to win, we're here to see our friends, but mostly we just love to watch good throws. And if that's our throw, good. If it's your throw, just as good.
2, 1, throw.
Most importantly for Paul and the rest of the Wolves, the primary focus has been on reliving that magical feeling of playing as a child.
This is how we all grew up playing back in the 50s and the 60s. So we're really bringing back kind of the old joy and beauty of playing catch with a friend. John. And you can't do that with other discs.
For Edina 16, I'm Scott Denfeld.
This is the 4th time the annual tournament has been hosted in or around the Twin Cities area. Only San Diego, California has hosted more. A new assisted living project for seniors in Edina is one step closer to reality. In July, the City Council granted final development and rezoning approval to the Water Senior Living, a 3-story, 139-unit senior assisted living building proposed on land owned by the Colonial Church at 6200 Colonial Way. The height of the building was reduced by 1 story and the number of units reduced by more than 10 since the project was given preliminary approval in February.
The Waters of Edina will be a 139-unit senior housing community for seniors who can still live independently but need services to do so, much like the colony at Eden Prairie that we also developed. It'll give Edina residents the opportunity to stay in Edina.
Colonial Church representatives say they plan to sell 6 acres of land to the project's developer, but retain partial ownership of the development. Colonial Church is expected to appear before the Planning Commission and City Council later this summer for consideration of the final subdivision of the property. Still to come, the city's farewell to longtime city manager Gordon Hughes. But first, highlights of an unadvertised parade when we return.
You wouldn't contaminate your own water. Why mess with Mother Nature's? If Minnehaha or 9 Mile Creek flows through or next to your property, leave an unmowed, natural stream bank area between the water and your yard. Do not dump grass clippings or leaves into the water. Find links to resources about creating and maintaining stream bank areas online at www.cityofedina.com.
It's easy to get money from that second refrigerator in your basement or garage.
Welcome back to Agenda Edina. Edina's Public Works, Park Maintenance, and Engineering departments recently moved into the new Public Works facility on Metro Boulevard. Edina 16's Jennifer Benerot made the trek with the crews as they made the move.
After years of planning and months of construction, a parade of city dump trucks, pickup trucks, and plow trucks made the 3-mile trek to their new home. The city's new Public Works facility officially opened in July, about 2 years after the city purchased what was once an old popcorn factory. Located in Edina's industrial area, officials say it will give Public Works, Park Maintenance, and Engineering crews easy access to major highways and roads.
The day-to-day interaction that we have with Public Works, Park Maintenance, and the Engineering Department, that we're all meshing those 3 departments together to work more efficient for the citizens.
The $22 million facility will provide much-needed space for city operations, as well as improved ventilation, increased indoor vehicle storage, and a women's locker room. In an effort to be green, the building was built with a white roof, solar lights for energy efficiency, and more than 100 geothermal wells. When finished, the landscaping will also feature rain gardens. Staff completed the move themselves, saving the city money for moving expenses.
But yeah, basically we're doing everything ourselves, and plus we're keeping up with what needs to be done in the city.
Capping the 3-day move, staff drove their vehicles from their old facility on Eden Avenue to the new facility on Metro Boulevard. With a police escort, the caravan paraded down Highway 100 to the 70th Street exit.
It's kind of groundbreaking because this is the 3rd time that we're actually going to be moving in the history of Edina, so it's going to be very cool.
As the door to the old facility closes, city officials say the door on the new one should meet their needs for decades to come. Along with Steve Christensen, I'm Jennifer Benerot, Edina 16.
The new facility was formally dedicated on July 29th. An open house will be held in the spring. Tours will be available then. The Centennial Lakes Park Centrum is renamed Hughes Pavilion in honor of former city manager Gordon Hughes. City officials voted to change the name at a council meeting in July. Hughes retired from the city July 30th after 36 years of service. Among his many accomplishments was the development of Centennial Lakes Park.
Renaming the Centrum Hughes Pavilion, I think, is just a fabulous thing. It really helps us all recognize a guy that we've worked with for so many years, who has done such a stellar job for the city of Edina.
The City Council is in the midst of its selection process for a new manager and is expected to name finalists for the position on August 17th. Interviews should be completed this month. The City of Edina's first ever farmers market opened for business at Centennial Lakes Park in front of Hughes Pavilion on July 1st. Photojournalist Steve Christensen and I recently spent an afternoon finding out just where some of the food at the market comes from.
Thank you very much.
The 25 vendors at Edina's Farmers Market offer everything from beautiful bouquets of flowers and locally raised meat to gourmet candy and, of course, a wonderful selection of produce. In talking with vendors like Greg and Carrie Marshall, I found out that fresh produce like this is grown just a few miles away. The Marshall's farm, located in Eden Prairie, has been in operation for decades.
This has been a family-run farm and family business for, I want to say, about 3 or 4 generations they've been in Eden Prairie.
Are all of those peppers? And family-run means every member of the family takes part. The Marshall's daughters, Mary and Grace, gave us a grand tour of the farm and plenty of fresh raspberries for breakfast.
The gold ones are marigolds and the orange ones are Gracie Golds.
In addition to raspberries, the Marshalls grow 45 different kinds of tomatoes and a variety of other produce and meat, some of which ends up at farmers markets across the area.
cucumbers, zucchini, lots of berries. We are bringing our free-range chicken and our beef.
While the Marshalls operate a produce stand in Eden Prairie every day, they look forward to coming to Edina's Farmers Market every Thursday.
$8 for the pickled beets.
Oh, the people, they're just friendly.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks so much.
The Edina Farmers Market opens at 3 o'clock every Thursday afternoon and will run through September 30th. Before we go, we want to highlight some of the many upcoming events in our community. Night to Unite is August 3rd. During this annual crime prevention event, neighbors are encouraged to lock their doors, turn on outside lights, and spend the evening outside with neighbors. Filings for City Council open at 8 a.m. August 3rd and close 5 p.m. August 17th. There are 2 seats open on the City Council. Each will serve a 4-year term. Seats held by Joni Bennett and Scott Hausch are up for election. The primary election for county, state, and federal offices will be held August 10th. Absentee voting is underway. Lighthouse Night, an annual event by the Edina Model Yacht Club at Centennial Lakes Park, will be held August 15th. At 8 p.m., there will be open boating in the central pond for model yachts. The First John Philip Sousa Memorial Band will perform in the Metzold Amphitheater at 8:30 p.m. At dusk, the boats from the Model Yacht Club will light up the lake. The backdrop will be a floating and fully operational scaled model of a lighthouse. The watercolor exhibit Marion and Friends is on display at the Edina Art Center through August 19th. Beginning August 26th, Ming Chow, an exhibit of Asian brush painting, will be on display. A reception for that exhibit will be held from 5 to 8 p.m. on opening day. We hope you enjoy this last month of summer. Thanks for watching this month's episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.